So it's all Terry Bozzio's fault. There I was in high school. I'd been playing drums for a couple of years. I was learning to read. I was doing rudiments. I was starting to listen to music. I was learning how to hold the sticks and playing in the high school band. Now, my high school, Liverpool High School in the early 80s, had an incredible music department. We had 2 full concert bands. We had a symphonic band. We had a marching band. We had a jazz ensemble. We had a rock ensemble. We even had a musical in Spanish at that point. We had choruses and choirs, more music than you can imagine. It was absolutely exceptional. And there were, 3,600 kids in my high school at that time. So ideas with this many bands were just flying left and right from all the musicians. You would talk to somebody and they would turn you on to this band and they would turn you on to that band. And at the time, this is, early 80s, Rush was huge. And every drummer I know, including myself, was a huge Neil Peart fan. You know, whenever a Rush song came out or an album came out, everybody was trying to learn it. And, ooh, can you play Tom Sawyer? Can you play it fast enough and all that sort of stuff. And I was certainly one of those guys that was a Neil Peart devotee. But at the same time, Maynard Ferguson was happening. And we were listening to his version of Chameleon and some things like that. And Dave Brubeck was, guy that I was just exposed to. So Time Out and Time Further Out, those were things that just made me go, wow, this is incredible. But then somebody told me about the Brecker Brothers, and I can't even remember who it was, or I would gladly give them credit. And there was a record called Heavy Metal Be Bop. So it was a live record, and there's solos all over the place, and Terry is just known for just going for it and playing that real aggressive style of playing that he does. And somebody's playing a solo. I think it was a saxophone solo at the time. And out of nowhere, Terry does this drum fill. I haven't got a clue what just happened. It sounded to me like he was playing 16th notes, but he slowed the whole time down, and it made no sense to me at all. And it's back in the day of records, so I grabbed a little needle and I pick it up and I put it back and I listen to everything, and there it goes again. And it's not making any sense. But it sounded really cool, and I didn't know what it was, I didn't understand it, but it just hit me right here and made me go, I really like that. Turns out, what the fill was, as a 50-year-old man, it sounds pretty easy. But at the time when I was 15 years old or so, I had no reference point for this at all. He just took 8th note triplets and he accented every 4th one. So you get this 3 against 4 feel, and it just melted my head. And after listening to it and listening to it and listening to it, I finally figured out what he was doing. That was the beginning of the end. That one Terry Bozzio fill literally changed my life. So what I'd like to do is share that fill with you, and this is what it sounds like. That's it. That's all there is to it. So out of context, Phil doesn't sound like much, but in context, it's amazing. And here's a clip of that so you can hear exactly what he did. So, this was a quick one. I just wanted to say thank you, Terry Bozzio, for starting me on a path of music that I have loved for, 30 years now or something like that. And to all the other great drummers that I'll get to eventually. But all this crazy rhythmic stuff that I do with the bands that I play with, and you know, for me it's mostly fun that sometimes makes the other guys in the band scratch their heads and go, what the heck was that? Terry, it's all your fault. And thank you.